This is a maths practice video from AB Education. We're looking at ratio, starting with an example about mixing 1 bucket full of cement with 3 buckets of sand to make mortar. So we can simply say that the ratio of cement to sand is 1 to 3. We write it like this, with a colon between the 1 and the 3. We may be asked, what is the ratio of sand to cement? That means we have to put the sand first. So the ratio of sand to cement is 3 to 1. We may need 2 buckets of cement and 6 buckets of sand to make more mortar. The ratio of cement to sand is 2 to 6. But this can be simplified to 1 to 3 because each single bucket of cement needs 3 buckets of sand. Let's look at another example. We have some cans of red paint to mix with some cans of yellow paint, and we use 3 cans of yellow paint and 2 cans of red. So the ratio of yellow paint to red paint is 3 to 2. And you can see that mixing the yellow with the red will give 5 cans of orange altogether. We may need to mix 9 cans of yellow with 6 cans of red paint to give 15 cans of orange altogether. The ratio of yellow to red is 9 to 6. But this simplifies to 3 to 2 as we have to use 3 cans of yellow for every 2 cans of red. Here's an example question. We have to write the ratio 4 to 12 in its simplest form. Well, both numbers can be divided by 4, they are multiples of 4. If we divide the left-hand number by 4 we'll get 1, and divide the right-hand number by 4 to get 3. So the ratio 4 to 12 can be simplified to 1 to 3. In this example, we have to write the ratio 6 to 15 in its simplest form. Both numbers are multiples of 3. If we divide the left-hand number by 3, we'll get 2, and divide the right-hand number by 3 to get 5. So the simplest form we can get using whole numbers is 2 to 5. And here are some questions for you to try. You could pause the video while you solve the questions. And here are the solutions. For question A, we're dividing both sides by 5, so we get 1 to 3. Question B, divide both sides by 3 to get 1 to 4. C, we divide both by 2 to get 1 to 5. D, divide both sides by 4 to get 2 to 5. E, both sides by 3 to get 4 to 5. And F, both sides by 10 to get 4 to 1. Remember, what you do to one side, you must do to the other. Sometimes you will be asked to write a ratio in the form 1 to n. That simply means that the number on the left-hand side has to be 1. Now look how we do this. To make the left side equal to 1, the only thing we can do is divide by 4, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we have to do the same thing to the right-hand side. 10 divided by 4 is 10 over 4, which is 2 2/4 or 2 1/2. So the final ratio is 1 to 2 1/2, which could be written as 1 to 2.5 if you prefer to give a decimal answer. Here are some questions for you to try. Remember, make the left-hand side become the number 1 by dividing by whatever you need to, then divide the right-hand side by the same number. And now for the solutions. For question A, we are dividing both sides by 2, so we get 1 on the left and 7 over 2 on the right. Or we could write 1 to 3 1/2 or 1 to 3.5, which is the same thing of course. For B, we divide both sides by 3 to get 1 to the 5 over 3. 5 over 3 means 5/3, which is the same thing as 1 2/3. For C, we are dividing by 8 to get 1 on the left, and of course 30 divided by 8 on the right, but as you can see this time I've changed the improper fraction to a mixed number. 30 divided by 8 gives us the 3, because 3/8 are 24, so we've got 6/8 left over. So I've written 3 and 6/8, but of course 6/8 is the same thing as 3/4, so my final answer is the ratio 1 to 3 3/4. If you find the fractions bit tricky, Look out for my videos on fractions.